Hi guys. This is just a ramble I thought you guys might be interested in. A lot of us like to carve and do woodwork and things, and there's some really great Carpenters hatchets out there. I like the ones with the straight bits instead of the more rounded ones, which are also good, but not for fine work for me. Anyway, it's not a perfect solution, but the Axe Gang hatchet that Cold Steel sells, which you may recognize by the profile, I got a hold of one of those, and they're pretty inexpensive compared to a lot of good Carpenter style hatchets out there right now. I just chopped it, put a little hole in there, which is also good for night vision. You know, any small hole like that is in the field, so you know, one more thing. And it has a lot of heft to it with a nice thin bit, you know, like a Grand Swords Brooks. I gave it some paint, obviously, but it's essentially the same thing. The paint's mostly just an experiment. Right. See on some of my other hawks, I've been doing this. I call it Sacred Rain. It's just a recurring theme that I like a lot on my stab sheaths and things from my machetes. But at any rate, look at that. These have really sharp edges, in corners. So I'm including some pictures, but you can probably see the difference in how that's rounded compared to this. And I like the points too. When we were out camping recently at Dirt Time, my friends, who we call the West Side Pirates, went to the coast. It's just 20 miles away from Santa Barbara, if that, and they got some stone crab and brought it back. And we cooked it on the, steamed it on the fire. So just picture that, you're out there with like super smart people like, Dude McLean, Alan Halcon, Paul Campbell, all the Dirt Time guests. Christopher Nierges is another host. But I have this other little hatchet called the Fast Axe 2, which is made by Tops, that has sharp edges, and we were just knocking really surgical little cracks into the crab shell to get to the meat. And I thought, that's kind of interesting. So I've got a lot of respect for the sharp edges. A lot of people always think of that as sort of a detriment, but it's huge PSI, which you hear me talking about with hawks. So that is good. Of course, it's not good on your hand. I think I'll probably give it a wrap too. And with a sort of a Scandi convex, like my friend Jason at Lester River Bushcraft does on a lot of his knives, I think that'll be pretty cool. Anyway, I thought I'd show you, sort of a cost-saving thing you can do right at home. Let's get a hold of Axe Gang hatchet and Cold Steel. Maybe pop a hole in it, and I don't expect to be using it too much as a hatchet, but I left it a long enough length where you can do that, and pretty happy with it. I also, although my personal tomahawks are tough enough to throw, and the ones I make, the Gen 1s, for throwing type hawks, you guys might know Snake Blocker, who's been on a few programs, and he teaches some really neat martial arts courses. But he wanted a really heavy thrower. He's really into throwing axes and stuff, and as part of his favorites, I should say, from what I know. I don't know him too personally, but he seems like a great guy. But I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm not really in favor of throwing your primary weapon, in my case a proper long hawk. But something heavy like this, it doesn't really matter, where it hits. So consider that. And I'll be talking more about throwers in our stream of consciousness on hawks. And there's also some materials that I want to explore with you. We're making possibly quivers and sheaths, and that's from, I don't know what they're called, they're husks from the palm trees we have here in San Diego, and they're just gorgeous. They're like a deep cherry wood, and they take epoxies and things well. So mostly this is just to let you know what's going on. I haven't been on YouTube for a while. I've been really busy making hawks. But I've also been out in the field a lot, which is awesome. And I hope you guys can come, if you're ever in San Diego, come hang out. The spring and the fall is just about my favorite time, both being in the ocean and being in the mountains. So we should be getting really active here. And that's it. So new materials, the palm stuff. Make your own carpentry hatchet, which we probably explore a little more. We'll probably give this away on a contest or something. Or I don't really like contests, but I like having sort of a forum on the YouTube channel, and I haven't done that enough or at all on my channel. So I'd like to hear from you guys. Maybe talk about some carpentry that you're doing. And that's about it. Talk to you later.